Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Ben Burnside Show, coming at you from Fresno. I am here for yet another not a trailer reaction, but a news item reaction that I'm going to watch from IGN. This is a late discussion about the cross section, possible crossovering of Sony and Marvel and their respective universes of Spider-Man, due to a number of reports that have come out. But it starts with this report that came out from the Hollywood Reporter a couple of months ago that I never really talked about. Doctor Strange is joining the next Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland. That's set to shoot in Atlanta, I believe. I don't know if they've already began shooting. I don't know if that's the case or if they've already wrapped shooting, but they have Doctor Strange integrated here, according to the Hollywood Reporter. Hollywood Reporter broke this around October 8th, so that's almost 2 months ago, and this has been a built-up over time in my head of the idea of whether or not we're going to see all Spider-Mans from all past franchises, and with the Tom Holland franchise, if we're going to see them all in one movie together. And I've been wondering that shit for like a year and a half of whether or not that's going to happen. And it looks like we're closer than ever to having it happen, really. And especially with all the number of things that are being integrated that will be shown in this video that I'm going to show you right now. But just keep that in mind. There's a lot of things to talk about in this video than just Doctor Strange being in the next Spider-Man movie, and I really want to bring all of that together with my discussion. So let's go ahead and watch the video and see what it has to say.
Here is some game-changing news for Spider-Man 3.
Per IGN.
We've got some huge casting news for Spider-Man 3. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Benedict Cumberbatch is joining the third Spider-Man movie as Doctor Strange. Now, I'm going to calmly break down what we actually know, then I'm going to freak out a little bit as I add up what I think this all means.
I'm freaking out in my head, too.
I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're using your made-up names. I'm Spider-Man, then.
So, THR's report says that Doctor Strange will fill the mentor role for Spider-Man, the same way Iron Man played that role in Homecoming, and the way that Nick Fury played that role in Far From Home. Also, THR says this casting will give Tom Holland the chance to act across from another seasoned actor, it gives Peter Parker a father figure, and it of course boosts the star power of the movie. Now, speaking of power, just recently, Jamie Foxx's Electro was also cast in Spider-Man 3, which was weird, because he comes from the Amazing Spider-Man movies featuring Andrew Garfield. That had a lot of us thinking that Sony and Marvel may be trying to orchestrate a live-action Spider-Verse movie, where Electro crosses over from the Amazing Spider-Man universe to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But with Doctor Strange now joining the fray, it seems like they are definitely doing a live-action Spider-Verse. It all makes sense, kind of, so bear with me. WandaVision looks like it's focused on what happens when Wanda's powers mess with reality. And while we don't know how that show ends, it could possibly end with her accidentally tearing open a hole in the multiverse. And then we'll see that play out in Spider-Man 3, probably because a Spider-Man villain figures out how to travel through that breach between universes to recruit powerful villains like Electro. Mysterio actually did that in the comics once, so hey, Jake Gyllenhaal could also be coming back. And
also
then with all
weird.
these villains, they
That's
would form the
tidbit.
Sinister Six. And then that's when Doctor Strange could step in to help Peter Parker recruit more Spider-Mans from throughout the Spider-Verse, so he'll have the numbers to fight the Sinister Six. And from there, Wanda and Doctor Strange will team up for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which is where they will hopefully finally fix whatever Wanda did back in WandaVision. Hey, superheroes, continuity, it could happen. While this is all just speculation, for now, it's easy to see why Sony and Marvel would go this route. The animated Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse film was a smash hit that won an Oscar, proving that the concept is something that fans are into. And now that we're in a post-Endgame world, I'm sure Sony and Marvel have been trying to figure out a way to create that superhero team-up hype again, and bringing together Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire for a live-action Spider-Verse team-up movie certainly sounds like the way to do that. And don't forget, Sam Raimi is directing Doctor Strange too, so you imagine that Sony and Marvel have his blessing to
Yeah, it's a
revisit his
big deal,
Spider-Man
too.
world. Also, we
Not
know
too
that
big,
Marvel
though.
pays attention to what DC is up to, like when they decided to do Civil War after they heard the news about Batman v Superman. So, with the Flash movie doing Flashpoint and bringing together Michael Keaton's Batman and Ben Affleck's
Yeah, that's
Batman,
interesting.
it's no surprise that Sony and Marvel might want to respond with a team-up many thought impossible. Is that their plan? Will Spider-Verse actually happen? Well, come December 17th, 2021, when Spider-Man 3 hits theaters, we just may find out. So what do you think of this crazy Spider-Man 3 casting news? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. And for more news from IGN Now, keep it tuned to IGN.
One question before I begin here. I think they said December 2021 for the next Spider-Man movie. But Alexa, when does Spider-Man 3 come out?
The film Spider-Man 3 was released about
Nope.
15 years ago on May 4th, 2007.
Sorry, I'm looking for the scheduled release. Yep. Okay, so Spider-Man 3 with Tom Holland, the new Spider-Man, is scheduled to come out December 17th of 2021. So clearly COVID pushed that back to December because Spider-Man is not a December movie historically whatsoever. I don't think like ever. Maybe like November, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out, but even then I don't really remember if that was the case. But nonetheless, that's when it comes out. WandaVision comes out, I believe, in the summer of next year. I'm not sure. Should have been out already, probably. But I am very much looking forward to seeing what starts in WandaVision because I think that's where we're going to see, as this guy says, I think he is correct. And that makes me first off think, is Vision even going to come back like as a regular character after WandaVision occurs? Or is Vision merely just a vision in this TV series that's coming up in WandaVision, to where he's just kind of a figment of Wanda's like imagination in a way, and this is literally all the entire world that Wanda is creating in her head. I wonder if that's the case, and if so, like I have follow-up questions to that, like what would bring her to be in that world, in that state of mind, to where she creates like an entire world of like living in the suburbs, and where is she literally? Where's her body? She's not dead, but like where is she meditating to create this world? And where is she gonna implode to where this world will exist or something because she's so powerful that she can do that? Or I believe this idea that she will create a hole in the multiverse, and Spider-Man 3 will kind of take advantage of that plot hole by making this multiverse. I think we are going to see Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and Tom Holland all as Spider-Man in one whole movie. That does possibly take on the Sinister Six, but I don't know. I don't like the idea of the Sinister Six just being in one movie, and all the Spider-Men beat them, and that's it for the Sinister Six. I don't really like that idea either. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. If this IGN guy's right, is the Sinister Six going to lose after just one movie? No, I don't want to see that. I want to see them be around for at least 2 movies and kind of go from there. But I guess we'll see. It depends on the story. But maybe I could be wowed from just one movie of them being around, and I'd be satisfied. So it'd be interesting. Another question I got: are we going to see the animated version of Into the Spider-Verse Miles Morales in this movie? If we're going to go full multiverse, are animated characters going to get thrown into this? I think that's another interesting thing. A lot of exploration going around here, and I think that's very cool. With Doctor Strange coming in the mix and literally putting holes in different dimensions with different characters going into different dimensions and universes, and that's pretty sick. That is pretty sick. And I think this is especially the case with Electro coming in. Nobody asked to see Electro in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 again. I think that's an interesting casting choice for him to come in. I guess he's better than Paul Giamatti as Rhino. And, you can't get Lizard, because I believe Lizard's dead. I don't remember, but I think he died in the first Amazing Spider-Man. What? So, I think that's it. And I think Harry Osborn, I think he died too in the second one. It's been a while. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, not the most memorable Spider-Man movie, clearly. But, if that's the case, could they have gone with other villains, maybe in Tobey Maguire's universe? My immediate answer to that is no, because all of them died. Sandman kind of failed to stay as a villain by the end of the movie, so I don't think there's any living villains in any of the two franchises that can come back except for Electro, it seems like. So I don't know. I don't remember Electro's fate though in Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't know if he died either. So, and this is the multiverse is more so confirmed when we saw the trailer of Morbius not too long ago, and we saw Vulture walking towards him. So clearly something seems to be going on. A major crossover event seems to be going on for Spider-Man, and I am all in. All of these stories, we're hearing about the crossovers. We're hearing about all these multi-dimension holes, all these new castings. Sam Raimi is ironically the director of one of the upcoming Marvel movies, of Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, which is after Spider-Man. Ironically, he is the director. How interesting. And I just think it's all coming together for my main idea, my main thought, my main craving of wanting to see Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland, all the Spider-Mans come together in one movie, in one shot. That's what I want. I want to see it. Everyone wants to see it. Come on. Everyone would go bananas in the theaters. They would love that shit. They would eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they would want some seconds. That's what I'm saying. I sense it. And I really hope they're not just deceiving us this time with some kind of swerve or something, so we don't see it. I want to see it. I have waited like a year and a half to see this, and it would be very cool to see it come to life. So, I'm not gonna be super bummed about it, but it will kind of suck at this point with all these integrating news pieces from the Hollywood Reporter coming up of different casting, and Sam Raimi is the director, Jamie Foxx is Electro, this thing with Benedict Cumberbatch. So it all makes sense. It all makes sense to where I think we're going to see it happen. I really do. I'm very confident in seeing it. I think it got played down recently by an exec or something like that, but you know what? I don't really believe them. I think the connecting tissue here is too evident, and I'm kind of buying into it already. So to me, it's already probably too late that they can have me believe otherwise. So hopefully we see that happen and have it come into fruition. And this web of awesomeness is something we could see in theaters come to life. Because I want to see the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man come back. I've always liked that Spider-Man. And, Andrew Garfield, I had my issues with him. I think he was too cocky as a Spider-Man. I guess Spider-Man has to be kind of a smartass, but like Peter Parker himself, his Andrew Maguire, Peter, Andrew Garfield's version of Peter Parker was very, very arrogant, very cocky, and he wasn't much of a loser, you know. And I'm sorry, but to me, Peter Parker's kind of a loser. So that's what I want to see with that character. But I thought he was great as Spider-Man. Tom Holland, he's a good package of both. Maybe Tom Holland could be more of a loser as Peter Parker, but that's fine. I thought that Tobey Maguire was awesome as Peter Parker, as I'm going on this tangent. So, with that being said, I grew up as a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fan. It will be awesome to see him get kind of that paid respect, that paid dividends, in seeing him in this Marvel renaissance that we've seen in the last 10 years that he unfortunately hasn't been a part of. We get to see him be a part of it finally as Spider-Man. So that's very cool. And much deserving as a loyal Spider-Man fan. So that's what I want to see. I want to see all Spider-Man in one shot, kicking ass in one movie. That would be sick. That would be the ultimate form of a crossover for me. Maybe they could up the ante with something. I'm pretty cool with the Spider-Man stuff, but you know, I've also liked to see more crossover. I'm not hating it so far. I haven't had the crossover stuff be overdone in my head. So I would like to see all of that be done accordingly. So with that being said, what do you guys think of this news? Do you guys enjoy this this piece of news? Do you enjoy all this connective pieces of news coming together over time? And do you guys want to see an Ultimate Spider-Man crossover with Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland in one movie? How do you guys feel about that? Let me know in the comment section below, and go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel while you're at it. Go ahead and watch all my other reactions and YouTube videos on the side, and let me know what you think. Also, go ahead and subscribe to my other YouTube channel, Garage Guys Sports Talk, where I talk about the latest results and in the world of sports, and we give our predictions as well. Me and my co-host Jesse Allison in his garage as Garage Guys, where we just shoot the shit of the latest sports news. You can check that out on YouTube, as well as audio versions with exclusive content on Anchor, Google Podcast, and Spotify, respectively. Alrighty, guys, you have a great day. Stay well, stay safe. I'll catch you on the burn side, and I'll see you in the next crossover multiverse.